Hello, Havoc. This is Kill Tomato here, and this is the first entry for our new development blog for our Minecraft server, Havoc. The reason we put this up here was to give our players an in-depth look about how Havoc is run, what to expect, what's new, what's coming up, and just to give some bleeding edge, straight from the developers, what's going on with the server and how it's going to be implemented and run. The first thing I want to talk about was this 1.5 update that's coming. It's scheduled to come out sometime in January, and with that we will be rebuilding Havoc from the ground up. That doesn't mean you're going to be losing your ranks or anything like that. The map is getting reset, as with all of our updates, and money's getting reset, inventory is getting reset. Ranks will stay the same, so if you spent your time on the server and got up to member, you will maintain member status. If you purchase anything through Buycraft for our server, you'll be getting that back. If you bought money from the server, you'll be getting that as well. Everything that you put money into, you're going to get back, so you don't have to worry about that. Your ranks will all stay, your donation ranks will all stay, but everything else is pretty much getting reset. Something else to talk about is the ranking system is going to change a little bit. We are adding at least one new rank, if not two. Definitely we're adding one new rank. And I think we're going to be renaming the ranks as well. If you're a member, you're going to maintain a member status. You might be called something different, but you'll get the same deal. It's strictly a step kind of a thing. Keep everything in the same type of theme, but you won't be losing your rank or anything like that. So that's something to expect. Another thing to expect would be, as you know, we have a world border now that is 18,000 for all the worlds, and the reason we put that in there was to keep the raiding alive and the PvP happening. And we've noticed that didn't really work. So we're making it smaller. So expect a much smaller world, close to or less than 10,000. And this is a good thing, because we encourage raiding and PvP and all of that, and we think with a smaller world you'll be forced to move around a lot more. And by moving around a lot more, you have to see new places, visit new places, discover new things, run into new people, and run into new bases to raid and things like that. We think it's really going to keep the PvP and the raiding aspect of the server alive, which is really what the server is all about. So that's the direction we're going. We also wanted to discuss a lot of people in the forums, and we do pay attention to the forums. I'm on there. It's 100 times a day. Checking up on things, everything like that. We do pay attention to what you write. We do respond. We do take it to heart. And when we have updates, we try to, implement what you guys want or what the majority wants. We're in it for you guys. So we try to make you happy. A lot of you guys want factions. We're not a faction server. We won't be. But we understand what factions is. And it's a team-based aspect of gameplay. And in order to do this, without being factions, but still somehow have the team mechanic implemented into this new update, we are adding several new features to our Tomato Vine plugin, which is the streamlined version of our custom plugins, and which hopefully will guide the players, you guys, to more of a symbiotic kind of befriend and betrayal group fighting aspect. And if you haven't been involved in group fighting before in Minecraft, you're totally missing out, because it is very, very fun, and it's just a whole new aspect to the game, and we want to see that happen. And so we're going to be trying to implement a team system, and we're going to be utilizing that with our new plugins, with the new features of this plugin that is, again, focused on you guys. So some things to expect, some new features to the plugin. You'll be able to freeze players. Well, I wrote the code to freeze players to stop them from moving. It's just a matter of implementing it. A lot of the code is written and works the way it needs to work. The mechanics of it do. It's just a matter of implementing it. So we'll have that all up and ready by 1.5. The freezing aspect right now just works on a command, and you'll be able to freeze a player for a certain amount of time. And what I'm thinking we're going to do with it is if you hit a player with a certain item or do a certain thing or have a specific in-channel item that you use, it'll stop the player from moving. It might not be like just a straight up, oh, they're frozen for X amount of time and then they can move again, but more like during PvP they get flinched or something where they can't move, or it slows them down or something to that aspect. But the code is written for it and it works, so we're going to be implementing that in some fashion or another, so look out for that. Check back for more updates on these plugins. We'll be posting them like every week. I'll be at least on here every week, if not in video, in text format, which you can read and check up on. Something else we're working on, or we have worked on, is a healing feature. Now Essentials handles the heal itself. If you are a member of our elite donor group, you have the /heal command, which heals you, does exactly what it says on the tin. But ours is it's a little different. It's better. Basically, it'll heal you, of course. It will fill your hunger bar. It will give you water breathing for a short amount of time. If you're on fire, it will extinguish you. And yeah, we just think that's a really handy tool to have, a really interesting way to add a new aspect to PvP. There's one thing I did want to add to that particular aspect, and I can't seem to figure it out for the moment, but I will by the time 1.5 comes out, and that is to cure poison. I can't seem to figure out how to stop poison ticks, but I will. It will happen. So you'll also cure your poison eventually. Now this is a really powerful tool to have, and it's a little OP, so we had to think of some ways to nerf it, and what I'm leaning towards right now is kind of a, again, to guide more of a team-based aspect to PvP and raiding and whatnot, as I don't think we're going to let you heal yourself with it. If you have the heal command, you can use that. You won't be able to heal yourself with this this new healing system we have worked out. It will only allow you to heal another player, and once we get the team system worked out, you will only be able to heal members of your team. And to further nerf it, we might have it sacrifice half of your health to heal someone else. So if your buddy is just getting murdered by mobs, or he's getting singled out and attacked, you can help him out, sacrifice your health if you're a distance away or running away or something like that. Give him a little boost, things of this nature. But that's in the works. Like I said, it's just a matter of implementing it and figuring out how we're going to implement it. Along with the whole team aspect, you don't have to be a part of a team, of course. You can go lone wolf if you want to, do your own thing. But like I said, we pay attention to forums. You guys like factions. We don't like factions. We're trying to compromise here. We're giving a team aspect to it, or at least guiding the players or the mechanics of the game in a way that is beneficial for teams. And I think that'll satisfy both of us. That's the idea anyway. We also have an advanced teleportation system working out, again, team-based. It's going to allow you to, at the moment, it allows you to teleport override, which is basically a TPO. If you know what TPO is, it lets you teleport to a player without them having to accept you. So there's that. That's pretty much all it does, and it works. One player gets another player. That works. We also have a new random items feature that's in. It works similar to voting. Right now it's run by command, but again, we're going to probably implement it a different way. Only be able to use it at certain times or what have you, or we're going to figure out a different way to implement it, but we just wanted to see it works, and it does. The code works, so that's good. And the difference from voting is when you vote, the listener that runs and checks the votes goes through a random number generator. but it spits out items based on their weight, and the weights obviously we made up. So what it does is, like Bedrock and TNT, they're weighted higher, and the server can only spit out a certain amount of weight before it has to spit out items worth 0 weight, which is like dead bushes and dirt and stuff like that. So you won't really see more than 2 people a month like get Bedrock, win Bedrock from like voting. That's a very rare item, and you also don't get all of the items out of that. There are items in the game that you can't get through voting, but with this feature, every single item in the game, including items that you can't even get in creative, just stuff that's in the code that can be put into an inventory, you can get all of that stuff, all this crazy stuff. It's really interesting. A lot of it's worthless, like piston heads, stems, farmland tiles, just weird stuff, and it's just interesting. It's just something cool to do, just something fun. And you might get some cool stuff out of it, you might get some weird stuff out of it, you might get some worthless stuff out of it, but it just adds a whole nother reason to show up and, you know, try your luck. It's just something interesting that we put in. You'll be able to get any item, absolutely every item, and a random stack of the item from 1 to 64. It won't go over a stack, but it'll go up to and including 64. So you can end up with like a stack of 17 gold pants if that's what it spits out. And it's just, like I said, just something interesting, something for you guys to play with and just have fun with. We do it for you guys, so we try to make things fun. Another thing, part I was working on today, actually, which I called it quits for the night, I'll have it working eventually, is the ability to change your name tag, which is the bar above your head, the way people identify you in the game by your name tag. And right now I'm focusing it right now to those players of ours who have access to the /nick command. So when they change their nickname to display in the chat something different than their actual IGN, it'll change their name tag too, and you'll be able to colorize it and all sorts of stuff. But that's in the works. It's very close to being done. I just think I had to take a break from it, and I'll come back fresh tomorrow and try to finish it up. Like I said, it's probably going to be directed at our players that have the /nick command, but I'm leaning towards giving it to non-donors as well. But it's probably going to be something generic. Like if you want your name tag different, it'll probably just say like Havoc player or something rather. But I think that adds like a little bit of deception to the rating aspect, some betrayal, just general deception basically, because people can see your name through blocks and stuff like that, and being able to change it so people don't think it's who it is. I think it adds a certain element to it. That would be interesting to see how it works out. So that's in the works, and that's kind of cool. Also, that we're working on slowly and steadily. Something I've been working on for a while now, and it's just tough. If you've played single player and have been in creative, you'll notice that there are heads now, mob heads, and the human mob heads, the Steve head. And someone noticed that in the Minecraft API itself, there is some code written that has the potential to hook into player names and their associated skins. So, and I've seen some plugins that do this similarly. It's effectively decapitation. During PvP, if you kill a player during PvP, there's a certain chance that they will drop a head that'll be their head with their associated skin in their name. When you pick it up in your inventory, it'll have their name, and you can use it just like any other head, hang on the wall, put it on a fence post, things like this. Like, for example, if you killed me in PvP and I dropped a head, it would be my red tomato head. You'd pick it up and it would say kill a tomato's head in your inventory. And just a way for you to, like, hang it up on your wall, all your victims or the people you killed or the battles you fought, things like that. But if we can get that to work, then my personal side project is going to be to give them more of a use than just decoration. I want it to work out similar to how you craft a wither and summon the wither with the soul sand and then the 3 wither skulls on top. I want it to be I want it to make it so if you take 3 of the same player head, put them on top in the same fashion that you would craft a wither, you will spawn an NPC of that player. And you'll be able to do things to that player that will affect them in-game in real time. I don't think I'm going to allow damage to it, but I will add effects. So if you know a member of your team is fighting, or whoever's fighting that player, you can spawn an NPC of them, kind of like a voodoo doll. Think of it like that, and you can throw a potion at it, like a slowness potion, and the slowness will go to that player. It'll affect them. Whoops. And the same thing, regen, things like that. So you can use it not only to damage or to hinder somebody. But if you're, if part of your team or a friend of yours is in a fight, you can make a splash potion of regeneration or of instant health and throw it at them, and it'll heal them. Poison, potion effects, things like that. And I just think that's really cool. I really think it's dope, actually, and I can't wait to start working on it. And if I get that working, I'm totally putting it in, and I hope you guys use it, because I think it's just a really cool idea. So that's something in the works. It's something you can look forward to. But yeah, so like I said, this is our first post. It hopefully is one of many. Check back often. I'll be posting. I'll try to post a video once a week. If not a video, then at least a text update once a week on this blog. So yeah, if you want more information, just check back frequently. I'll be posting as updates come around as we progress further into Havoc. And yeah, feel free to comment down below, either on this YouTube channel or in the dev blog. So I hope to see you guys on the server, and happy raiding. Alright, love you guys.